Greetings, kindred spirits. And for those who are new, I welcome you to welcome back. It's another day, another hour, another day, another hour for starting again. But I'm here to bring you more information of other things I've been researching. And I'm starting my video off like this because I'm sure there are many different kinds of people that watch my video. It's not a whole lot of you. But what I want you to do, again, I am not here to make you think like me. I just want you to think. But I want you to expand your mind and not be offended and pay attention to the truth. For some of you may be religious. I don't know. Some of you may not be religious. I don't know. But what I've been doing is doing some research. Now, this is the similar research I did a long time ago, but I made those videos private or I deleted them because I became a little afraid of what could happen to my behind for putting too much info out due to what I have seen happen to other people for putting too much truth out. But now I'm like, Anita, why even be afraid? My bad, did I tell y'all who I was? If y'all don't know where this video is posted, I am Anita, okay? For those who don't know. But I've always tried little by little putting the truth out. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this type of information back, because at that time I didn't have a lot of receipts of things that was happening in the world. But because we have social media applications, and these applications can be accessed by people all over the world, I'm bringing you this information to show you it's not just happening to one person or two people in the same city who you think might be getting together, putting this stuff together. You have to examine this information with an open mind and wonder why it's not being put out on the news. Now, what I've said in past videos that are not posted, and I probably still have some information, you know, I'll put little information out here and there in certain videos. But for those who are in journalism, especially when it comes to television, I learned a long time ago that a lot of truth that they don't want you to see does not get edited in to the news. They edit it out. And when it's something that isn't really worth hearing, it's all about violence and killing, and especially if it's to promote something negative towards your own culture and own people, you know, they're going to put out the bad. Haven't you noticed that a lot of news advertise a lot of negativity? And why you are so quick to believe the negative, let me help you think and pay attention. Sit back on this one. Put that finger up there near that temple and really think about your thought process and how you've been programmed to think a certain way. Something to make you go, And if you look outside your door, or you're around certain people in your environment and you're wondering why people are talking this way and that way, but you haven't heard it on the news yet, you might want to sit back and think. Do you know who owns these news stations? Because if you look at different news stations in different states at certain periods of time, you will notice that they have the same script when it's world news. And when I let me retract that. If it's a news break going on in a certain state, and another state is talking about it, and other states are talking about that state and that state, they have the same script. Why is everything scripted the same? Why can't you report it in your own words? You see the connection. It's almost to say they're all in on it. So when people are having certain experiences all over the world, and they're showing it to you from their angle, and they're giving you their own words, and then somebody else is reporting on the same thing, but they're giving to you from their state, it's happening in their state or in their country. Why we gotta put that information out talking about, oh, it's CPI, it's some kind of editing application? Or are you being paid to come up with something to debunk what somebody else is experiencing? At some point, when do we just allow what's in the dark, allow the light to be shown or shined upon that? Turn the light up on it so it can be seen, because at some point when the news or when you experience it in person, it might be too late. So a lot of information that is getting out there, it's been reported on the internet because you have a lot of these news stations, like I said, certain truth and certain negativity get edited in or edited out. And if it's not to keep you under a state of not being aware of things that's going on around you in the world, everything doesn't get reported through the news. And if it does get reported, they're editing in and out things and way things are said. Yeah, the news can do it too. Just like you think regular people who's out there vlogging from their phones, trying to show you their proof of what's going on in their country, in their state, in their town, in their home. A lot of that stuff don't get again, it doesn't get reported in the news. So we have what they call the internet. We have social media now. And of course, it can be confusing because you have people who say they are truth sayers, but are getting paid to put a certain amount of lies out there to throw you off from the truth. That's why you have to be a person of great discernment to be able to intuitively know what's real, what your soul is accepting that is real for you and your soul. And yeah, sometimes you get a little tripped up But it's okay, because eventually, even though you get a little tripped up, if you are trying to be on the right path, you're going to get put back onto the right path. So there have been many times I have been tripped up and thought such and such and such and such. So we're living in the days, I don't want to say the last days, but we're living in the days of a new age called Aquarius. Okay? And I'm going to share with you from a website of a young lady, and I'm just going to share her information about the Aquarian age because, I kind of like what she had to say, but I'm not going to read everything on her page, but I will show in this video where you can access that page if you want to go on and read more about what I am trying to bring to you on her page. And I will do my best to also bring some other proofs from other people here on social media who have shared with us their proof of things they've experienced and seen. Okay? All right. Okay, so here we are back again. We're at the website of Spiritual Growth Prophecies, and this article is written by Sandra Weaver. The Age of Aquarius, Traits are building as the next great age begins. And I trying to see what's the date on this video. Well, it says copyright down here, 2008 to 2014. So this may be an old, oh, I think that's just the name of her page. But anyway, it says here, I'm just going to read just a portion of this because I don't want to keep you. But it says the age of Aquarius is causing great turmoil in order to make room for the new values of love, brotherhood, unity, and integrity. Everything with Piscean values is being exposed and taken down. This includes governments, corporations, individuals, and even personal relationships. Many call this a disaster as the world appears to be falling apart. But is it? The Aquarian age points to the direction of our own evolution in consciousness. We are each being asked to make a choice. We can cling to the old, outdated values or adopt the new, evolving ones. Our happiness and peace depends on our choice, and the change will take place whether we like it or not. So let me tap on some key points because I've said some of these things before in previous videos of mine without presenting you with some truth or not some truth, but some proof, well, truth as well. But if you notice, this sentence says this includes governments, corporations, individuals, and even personal relationships, which are being exposed and taken down from the Piscean age. So there was a lot of things that didn't get reported. And the only way a lot of us are going to be able to speak our truth if we can't get it exposed through the news media, because maybe they have their own dirt. And at some point they're being exposed. Come on now. Come on now. So what you have to understand and overstand is that we're living in a time where things started to change. We noticed some things changes during the year 2020, meaning that how we teach, how we live, how we think, everything is changing. So the way we heal, the way we eat, The way we process information isn't going to be the same as before. A lot of people have decided that they were going to S themselves out. And I'm using the word S, or let's just say leave this dimension, or what's the word? Leave this world on their own unexpectedly, because they're not ready for the changes. And if they were ready for the changes based on what they've been taught, some of them decided that they were going to take themselves out of this world based on some of the things that they were taught and based on fear teachings. So just know that what you've been taught to believe, and that word believe in the middle of it has a lie. The word lie, L-I-E. How about by way of lying to Eve's children? They said Eve was the mother of all, didn't they? They who wrote the Bible, they who preach in the church, they who say that they are scholars in this. Because I'm going to tell you, you don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to have a degree to experience something in your awareness, in your everyday life, and pick up your cell phone to actually record, to be able to show people what you see and what you're experiencing. You don't have to be a scholar. And then with your own mind to be able to process what the heck is going on. Give me a moment so that I can stop sharing this. So with the Aquarian age, which means it's the age of air, even though you see a person pouring out water, pouring the water out, that you know that portion of the water age is over, Piscean, the Piscean age, if I'm pronouncing it correctly for you, where you can understand what I'm saying. So she or he is pouring their bucket out, emptying it. So what's left in there is air, a bucket of air. So that way, sometimes trying to see through water, it looks a little dark. You only see what's reflected back to you, which is your own reflection. So let's empty this bucket out so we can see fully what's going on in this bucket. Is there a hole in the bucket? Is there a leakage? Because for some reason, the water is getting low. Or is it just evaporating? Help me see this clear. So the age of Aquarius is allowing us to be able to see things clear. Also, the age of air represents the mind, so that we can utilize our mind more now, process things more, delve more into it intuitively, and feel it from the second mind, which we call the belly. Digest that information and what we're getting. So really pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Because even a lot of stuff that they're doing to the food, again, they're not putting this out to you in the news. And if they are, they do not give you more details on it. They give you that information quickly and they move on to the next report. And be mindful of the third mind, the submental area, that which where I am pointing at. And sometimes a lot of us, male or female, we grow little hairs there. Okay? We get our little hairs there. as above, submental, so below. So, you know, certain women start to grow hair there, even some younger, depending on what's going on with your body. Some women do grow hair there, okay? I know some people might be like, "Ew," but it's all a part of nature. We got to stop looking down on what happens to our bodies naturally. It happens to a lot of us naturally. And some of us, it doesn't happen. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're all normal. And it doesn't mean just because you grow hair there as a woman, you're all abnormal, because some women grow hair on their chests. Okay? So, and you got to remember that as women with the mitochondria DNA, with the XX chromosome, and let me break it down. When you're talking about the XX chromosome, hold on, let me take out my piece of paper so that y'all can see very clear what I'm talking about, okay? Give me just a second here, because I want you to understand and stop thinking everything you're taught from your books that men have written and reinterpreted, because who's to say that they're the best interpreters and going to give you all the correct information? Who's to say that whoever put these books out didn't have an ego issue, didn't have a hate for women, or vice versa? So let me show you. So I know this might look backwards because of the way I'm filming, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about. So with the XX chromosome, which is us females, okay, and the XY chromosome, you wonder, well, how is it that man comes from woman? So if you've never experienced a woman giving birth to a male child and how that child comes about, okay? Because you have to be naturally born. You know, I'm not with all this new age label of what a woman is, you know, because I know who I am. I know who I'm giving birth to, okay? So let's not get it twisted. You know, ever since all these changes and they trying to hide things and then putting certain things out there, you know, the laws of the universe, certain things aren't accepted. And it's not to put you down for the decisions that you made because you wanted to change things physically about yourself. That's your business. That's your business. That's your problem. If you're having problems with the changes that you have made surgically, that's your business. That's your problem, not mine. So don't push on what you decide you want to do to you. That's all I'm saying. If that's a decision you made for yourself and your friends and others like you decided to do, don't push that on me and my family or my children or children, period. Allow people to get to a certain age to where they can make their own decisions without being it forced on them. So, you know, I'm the type of person, I agree with homeschooling. So take that into consideration. So XX, you know what I'm getting at? So the second X, okay, basically what happened is with the second X that you see here, basically there was all that happened with the second X chromosome to get a masculine. There was a little taken away or crippling of the second X. It's not to say you're actually crippled, but to a certain degree, men are limited. And it's a fact, they're limited. Men cannot give birth. You can squirt for sperm, because there was a time in age, just do our research, because before, anyway, I'm not trying to make this all about women's rights and stuff. I'm just basically just trying to state a fact. And if you're getting offended, I'm not here to offend you. I'm just here trying to get you to understand some truth and why a lot of women are hated, or just some facts genetically, DNA, DEA, for real, biologically, not man-made, and how men came about. Because the mitochondria DNA, which only strongly exists within a melanin female, does this mitochondria DNA exist? So when you take away and it shrinks down to this, now you see. Now this is not to belittle my men, okay? For those who have been mistaught, mislearned, this is why the age of Aquarius is opening up eyes and exposing what did not get taught in our schools. Don't feel bad, because I had to be taught. I had to have an open mind and do my research, because there's more to this research to help you understand and overstand. So you don't no longer have to stand under trying to figure stuff out. Put one and one together, two and two together, three and three, and come up with your own equation and formula that fits best for you and your evolution and growth. You be the first to be the Christ-like mind to your family. You be the savior to your family if no one else is willing to wake up right now. You be that one to be the savior for when it's time for them to wake up. You're the one who's helping them to wake up and realize what's been going on. so much that's going on in this world that I can't even put in one video to let you know what is really going on. I'm gonna share something else with you, and I want to kind of explain that, but I figured I should just go ahead and show you and let you listen a little bit to this little video before I delve into trying to break it down and you look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, it's not much of what you can say, but you know, of course, it may be one video that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to help you understand something that you've been taught via your Bibles, via your other theological books, or what you might consider spiritual books of learning. Okay, so bear with me. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Hold on, peoples. Okay, so here is a video I want to share real quick. Just pay attention. Okay, so our melanin is cosmic. We are stardust. When you do your research, and scientists outside of ourselves, and even our ancient ancestors knew this knowledge about ourselves, if you have melanin. Again, don't look at this and take offense to it. Take it as knowledge. Because remember, why are certain people looked down upon, certain culture of people looked down upon? And now we're living in a time where people are waking up and things are being exposed. We're talking about the Aquarian age. Things are getting exposed. Stuff is being uncovered. We're being able to see things for what it really is. The sun is shining brighter. You have to understand and understand energy transfer. A lot of people don't believe in that, but yet sometimes they say, I don't feel right about that person. So if you don't want to call it energy transfer, let's just say there are certain types of feelings and intuitive knowings that we get. And like I said, we're in the age of Aquarius where we're dealing with the mind and air. And for those who understand and understand science, that a lot of energy get transferred through air, even through the wind blowing, because sometimes the wind can blow on you and you get thoughts. And even some of you may not even realize that that energy transfer or that thought transfer was through the wind. And if you don't believe me, certain places that you go where they have these big windmills and power lines, and some in certain areas also don't have power lines, they just have windmills, but yet they're able to utilize copper to pick up on certain energy transfer that comes through wind. Even the way our bodies is made up, the way our bodies is made up of neurons, electrons, but they say that we are all made the same when we're not. Because if we're all made the same, then why aren't we all treated the same? Why don't we all have a certain amount of privilege? Well, just know, people of melanin, you know, this is not to hate on anyone else, but just know, people of melanin, you have a certain privilege, and you've always had this privilege within your very physical, spiritual, mental, emotional makeup. We are different. Even our blood says so. Our DNA says so. And it says it right over here on this screen, that melanin consists of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. They even gave you a little math to make you to help you understand why we are considered 9 ether beings, how that makes us 9 ether beings. But yet, also, this is what I put, 666 equals melanin. If that's the makeup of melanin, then who is it on earth that are viewing people of melanin as having the mark of the beast? And in the book of Revelations, they said, those who have the mark of the beast will be able to, they will be enabled to do a lot of things with this mark. So come on now. There have been cartoons. I was like, Anita, why are we talking about cartoons now? Because they use movies for adults, and you have adults who watch cartoons. You know, they put messages in movies, in cartoons. You know, they put it in storybooks. They put the messages even where the lies are buried. Call your library. So don't overlook those things. Those are other resources. It's just that you have to be able to have discernment and decipher intuitively what's meant for you. You'll be able to see through the lies. This is the time of the manipulation having to stop. This is the time for manipulation to come to a halt, people, so that the truth can get out there. So in storylines, you have the good guy and the bad guy. But if you pay attention to what the bad guy is saying and how he's going about and moving, you notice like, dang, that bad guy is speaking more truth than the good guy. And did it not say in some of y'all scriptures and stuff like that, they will that this world will make good seem bad and bad seem good? They've reversed the polarity of how things really are supposed to be, naturally, organically. Already, we gotta pay to drink water. Before you know it, they're gonna try to make you pay to breathe air. And actually, who's to say they're not doing that? Who's to say we're supposed to be breathing oxygen? And I know you'll be like, oh, Anita, you're taking that too far. We're supposed to be breathing oxygen. Well, until you hear me out, don't judge me. Until you do more research, don't judge what I'm having to tell you, because again, if they're making bad seem good and good seem bad, who's to say what I'm saying right now isn't ridiculous? Expand your mind for a change. Stop living in a tunnel vision. Or at least what I'm saying is planting the seed for you. It's planting a seed so that on your journey, after you hear my message, you've been wide open to encounter other absurd ideas of thinking. So let your ideas become absurd. Consider your wildest dreams. So much things are happening in this world that we got to stop being blind to and not give it some consideration and thought when you hear people speak on things and things that you see. Because I'm pretty sure you have seen things and blew it off because of what you've been taught. You've been taught to ignore it. I'm just saying. So anyway, hold on just a second. So again, you can't be made to think a certain way. You can be tricked and manipulated into thinking a certain way. But even though I bring you and other people bring you their receipts, and they try to forewarn you, along with those others who are trying to block what the truth sayers are bringing to you. Again, you have to use your own discernment for your own soul. You know, you've been taught to believe what's in a book. Now, I'm not here to make you think like me. I'm here to make you think. And the way I do that is by presenting you with information and ideas, certain activities. Delve into some of your experiences and help you to remember some of those things that you've experienced. Help you to or show you or give you information on how to have an open mind, to be able to intuitively know what's right for you, and then you go out and make and distinguish between what's right and wrong for you, because only you know what's right and wrong for you. But just know that not everybody is going to get it. And usually when you're trying to ascend and elevate your mind, who's to say that something won't come along to try to pull you back down? And another thing that we have to do, we love our families. Some of us love our friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. But at what point do you realize you're not obligated to your family? Do you remember that this is your very soul that we're talking about, that you are responsible for? Your mom and dad is not responsible for your soul. Because even as a child, as you're gathering information and you're growing, and they give you the basics, the survival, you know, they only give us but so much. Our family or our parents or guardians or whoever can only give us but so much. But if your soul seeks to want to know the truth, guess what? Especially if your soul, deep down in your heart, you truly want it. Do you think anybody in your family or friend can stand in your way of what you need? Just know that when it's something you truly want, nothing can stand in your way. And you got to understand that sometimes you're going to lose those family members. When I say lose them, I don't mean to situations like you never see them ever again until you get to the other side. I'm talking about maybe having to cut family off for a while, maybe a long while, if they stand between you and your soul on the right path. And I know once you take that red pill and go down the rabbit hole, there's no turning back. And a lot of us do fear what they're going to see. But if you don't take the red pill and go down the rabbit hole, the blue pill going to bust wide open and mix in with that red pill. And it's going to, the truth is going to be exposed anyway, whether you go that way or not. But if you can put yourself on the right track and do your own research to release those fears and lies and manipulations and false truth, so you can prepare yourself for what's to come, then you don't have to be in shock. Where there have been a lot of people when 2020 came around and whatever information they put out there, a lot of people decided they were going to dip out of their life. They left this world because of some misunderstanding and lies that was out there. But just know that the 144,000 isn't a lot of people. So don't expect the whole world to accept. And I'm not pushing this information for the whole world to get it. Because if it's not meant for the whole world to get it, they are not until the last minute, the last second. And at that time, the last second would be too late. And those who try to inform you, there would be nowhere nearby for you to get access. You'll be like, well, so-and-so tried to tell me. I saw this video and had something negative to say. You know, I'm just the type of person that when somebody come and tell me stuff, especially back in the day when I was younger, I would just accept it. Then when I learned that you have to do your research because some people will lie and manipulate you, I was still, when people come and tell me stuff, I'll take it in. I wouldn't just accept it, but I'll take it in. And then when I'm by myself, I go do my research and research that information or sleep on it and think about it, depending on what type of information and how I need to process it and research it or accept it or deny it. Okay, so just don't be so quick to judge just because it's not trending amongst everybody. Because, like I said, many are called, few are chosen, and it's very few that are chosen. So if you need help to be guided with the information that is needed for your spiritual growth and development, you got to remember that this physical body does not live eternally. This is just an avatar to allow us to experience the earthly dimension so we can get the lessons and move forward. You're not obligated to no one else but yourself. So why are you concerned with how you look in the eyes of other people? When do you grow up and accept you for you and be grateful for who you are and love yourself? You know, I came in this world as a woman, a baby girl. And somewhere along the line, I jerry curled my hair, I permed my hair, put makeup on my face and stuff. And then I just started to just realize, you know what, I don't want all this stuff because it's causing me all kind of skin problems, hair problems. Let me just love on me for me. If you go back into ancient times, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So if in the beginning we were labeled and learned that this is the way it has always been in the beginning, and in the ending, all that stuff in the middle don't matter because we're getting back to the beginning, because at the end becomes a new beginning. Because how we did it in the beginning, okay, I'm trying to get you to feel me. Not just hear me, feel me. Okay? I'm not making judgment on anyone, but a lot of us is trying to change things, erase things, instead of being accepting for what is already here, that the ancestors wanted to be here, and building off of that and adding on some new to it. And that which started off in the beginning that we messed up on, correct it. That's why some new is being added on to it to correct some of those things. But you got to still be able to have discernment for what's really right. And just because those in authority and those in the majority agreeing to vote on a law in this doesn't mean it's the natural born law. Come on now. Don't just accept lies because everybody else is lying. That doesn't make it the truth. If you see a lie and the majority of the gang members is accepting that lie, how about X yourself out of the game and just be to your darn self? Why we feel like we got to fit into something all the time. I used to be the same way. And sometimes, my mind would trip me up sometimes. And a thought will jump in there, and I have to be like, come on, Anita, let's stop comparing ourselves to the games or to the trends. Let me just put it that way, because you got family gang members, family it's all love. I'm not talking about gang and what the media have made you think gangs are. Okay. I'm talking about trendsetters and trend benders, and all trendsetters aren't good trendsetters, because what are they trying to force upon us to take trendy? Sometimes it's okay to be different. You ain't got to accept everything that's out there. You don't have to feel bad for if you can't afford the name brands and what's trending now. Because not all trends are great trends, especially if it's trendy. I'm just saying, pay attention. I got some more videos that I wanted to show y'all in this video, but I'm sorry. Natural things are occurring, has come upon me. And right now I'm in natural pain. You see a person in pain still smiling. That's a smile of pain. Like it's good to be seen. Sometimes it's good to be seen and not always heard. And sometimes it's okay to be heard and not always seen. But I'm just letting you know, I'm going through a natural female process, and I have to bring this video to an end. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for showing me love, and for those who can relate, I call y'all my kindred spirits. And for those who are new, I welcome you too, if you consider yourself a kindred spirit. And if you come to be a critic, bring it on. Bring it on. Critique me down below if you feel I'm wrong, because I'm not no one to say I'm all right. Again, I said I'm not here to make you think like me. I just put forward information to assist you with creative thinking so that you can tap into your own authenticity. All right. Again, I love you. Don't forget to leave a comment, questions below. I will leave my contact information at the end of this video, as well as in the description below, so that you may contact me in other ways if you don't feel comfortable with leaving information down there. But also too, if you like the information that I shared with you in this video, please thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. That little thumb thing, thumbs it up. And if you want to have access to more videos to come, there's a button below that says subscribe. You know what I'm talking about? Subscribe and become a part of this kindred spirit tribe. All right, I'm out. Hi, my name is AnitaYarbrough, and I am your holistic healing life coach and counselor. I bring to you today my signature programs based on healing transformations that align purpose. My first signature program, self-authentication based healing. This paradigm shifting and transformative based program is designed to share life experiences due to the changing times we're in to assert your self-authenticating willpower. In this program, you will learn the importance of healing to help lead the way towards understanding a new age mindset that promotes creative, holistic living for unlocking your purpose. Transform and align with your purpose in any area you choose. Within these changing times, by trying a new approach to tasks and or activities to gain courage and confidence. Feel free to accept the changes in the world and experience the new, real you without judgment from yourself and others. Learn to accept uncontrollable circumstances. Let go of the past and activate a new you. Overcome blockages on your way towards your newfound freedom after attending this life-changing presentation. After this program, you will be able to learn the difference between using logic and intuition, understand how your belief systems influence your authenticity. Learn the importance of balancing your light and dark psyche. Use mental and emotional coping techniques to transcend traumas and pain to start the healing process. Gaining self-acceptance to heal through self-talk and expression. My second signature program is lifestyle-based healing. This life-building and knowledge-based program is designed to help you succeed in the next phase of transformational growth during these changing times to enhance your development. In this session, you will learn how to tap into your natural survival resources and following the intuitive influences that open your eyes to new pathways of living, achieve greater results, and supercharge your mission by creating a new lifestyle. You will come to understand how to discipline your body, your mind, and spirit to prepare the unexpected and expected changes in your life, inside and out. Inspire others to do the same. Become efficient and improve functionality after this enlightening presentation. After this program, you will be able to learn what your limits are towards change, learn how to replace unwanted habits with better practices, identify your stress triggers and traumas to make changes, and self-heal. Learn about inner and outside influences that affect your lifestyle. Understand how good health practices establishes great wealth to enhance a certain lifestyle. Learn the importance of your survival and creating your new life and what it takes to sustain a new lifestyle. Expose your toxicities before incorporating new lifestyle changes. Now, this third signature program is my communication-based healing. This mind-enriching session will teach you how to express and communicate your thoughts and feelings. Demonstrate many ways to communicate your subconscious mind to gain control of your life. The strategies in this portion of the program will fine-tune your communication skills within these changing times by using your childlike imagination to promote healing and find your confidence to better express yourself. Learn how to analyze the communication style of others, which better helps with understanding how to communicate. So after this presentation, you will be able to achieve a life of mastery that is limitless. So after this program, you will be able to learn to listen to your true voice, to break your own hypnotic spell, learn importance of self-talk, creatively express your imagination to welcome in the healing process, learn and understand different communication styles, find out how to communicate commands to your subconscious mind to create change. Now, this last signature program is community-based healing. This approach into the community dynamics during these times of change will alter your reality to identify patterns in situations and know when to seek solutions. Learn the positives and negatives of comparisons and judgments that are used within your environment or community. Learn tactics to break away from the trends within your environment and community that are presently not realized as mind control tools. Learn manifestations for your ideal environment or community, which can influence and become impressionable to others. Before this presentation ends, it will empower your every move. So after this program, you will be able to understand how to manifest your needs and wants, recognizing patterns that will create solutions for a better change, learn how to recognize individuals of bad or good influence in your space, understand how making peace with yourself can become a masterpiece for an ideal community, create better habits and practices that will help you attain the peace you so desire, and design and create a space that cannot be compared to others. I would like to thank you for taking time out in your busy day and joining me or sitting with me in learning more about my signature programs. As I always tell others, I am not here to make you think like me. I just want you to think. Again, thank you and have a great rest of your day.